Good evening. There's a lot of new people in here. I'm going to apologize in advance to those of you that don't know me because you're about to learn a lot of shit about me that you wish you could unhear later. If you're the type of person that gets easily offended, now would be a good time to pop out for like the next 10 minutes. Every word that you're about to hear is true. When I was a child, at 10 years old, I used to have a serious, debilitating fear of rabbits. I swear to God, pants-shitting fear at the mere sight of a rabbit. Because when I was 10, my father took me rabbit hunting while he was drunk off his ass on whiskey. And a rabbit ran across him and he took a pot shot at it with a .22 pistol and hit it. And it just fell over and stopped moving. And I run over to the rabbit with my father, and he picked it up by the hind legs, took his other hand, grabbed it by the scruff of the neck, and in one fluid motion, ripped the fur off of the rabbit, which would have been okay if the rabbit had been dead. But it wasn't, and it made the most terrifying noise. I can hear it so clearly in my head. I'll try and imitate it as best I can now. It just started twitching and going, and I'm 10, and my dad very calmly just pointed the .22 at its head and shot it, and it exploded all over me. And then between 10 and 15, I'd have nightmares about inside-out rabbits chasing me through fields, and that required several therapists to fix. I don't even like thinking about it now, I'm getting anxious. So I don't know how, somehow a couple years ago, I conned this woman into going home and having sex with me. And I don't know how, I was sober and I still can't remember how. But, you know, we're doing our thing. And then afterwards, she asked me what I thought about anal sex. And I said, why? And she said, well, are you into it? And I said, no, because I'm not. Why, are you into it? And she said, yeah. And I panic easily, and when I get panicked, my natural reaction is to make a joke, so I said, what are you, a man? And she was. And I wasn't even mad. I was just looking like, wow, good job, because you're fucking gorgeous. I know you're a man now, and I'm just looking for flaws. No big hands, no Adam's apple, nothing. I'm just checking it out, and she's still better looking than any woman I've actually slept with who was born a female. The best sex I ever had in my life was with a man. And if that makes me a freak or dirty to you, fuck you. Because she was still better looking than most women any of you have ever slept with. Ever. And I don't care, I was just curious, like, what does it feel like to grow up feeling like a woman, but you're trapped in a man's body? And then she asked if I wanted to see this. I don't know what to call it. This. It was the only surgery that had not yet been completed, and I said, no, that's where I draw the line. Because if I see a half-completed genital transformation, it's going to ruin my dick and every vagina for the rest of my life, so no. I'll boom you in the ass again, but that's about it. And then I realized afterwards that even if I had known beforehand it was a man, I probably still would have boomed her in the ass. So, that's me. Her? No, I respect her wishes. Nobody goes to that amount of trouble if they want to be called sir. So, anyway, something else you should know about me. I have broken 9 out of the 10 commandments whilst in a church. I realize that, and I know you're all sitting there right now trying to figure out which one I haven't broken, and the smarter of you probably figured out that it's gotta be thou shalt not kill, right? Wrong. I have killed in a church. It's so vague. You can accidentally kill something, and I murdered a squirrel with a basketball because it ran into the gym, and I just panicked and threw a basketball and it broke its neck. The one I haven't broken in a church is thou shalt not commit adultery. And it's not because I haven't slept with married women. I have slept with a married woman in a church, but I'm not married. I'm not committing adultery. She's committing adultery. I'm just having sex. That doesn't count. And I know most of you are probably thinking, God, you're a fucking animal. But you know what? I only did it because there was a 0% chance that her husband would find out or walk in because he was busy preaching. And I'm so proud of that. You have not lived life until you fucked a minister's wife in his own church. The level of power that makes me feel in my tummy is just phenomenal. It really is. And I know I'm not telling you the name of the church because that shit's for me. Fuck you.
Come on!
That and, well, Christians can justify killing anybody if it's in God's favor, so I don't want him to find out either. There's always 2-3 ex-felons that go to a church, so he'll probably have them kill me. Something else you need to know about me. I absolutely despise charities. I really do. Every time I see a commercial for a charity, I just get fucking mad. It's not fair that they play off our sympathies. Those Sarah McLachlan dog commercials where they play music in the background and show you kittens and puppies, just trying to play off your heartstrings, and that's fucked up. I don't give a shit about the kittens and puppies, I really don't. But the human charities are even worse. The Christian's Children Fund with that old, fat, bald-headed guy that comes up and is standing next to Miguel, who hasn't eaten in 2 years. Can you please, 35 cents a day, can you sponsor this child? And I see that and go, you're standing right next to him, motherfucker. Why don't you feed him? Give the kid a sandwich. Why does your fat ass gotta stand in front of a naked, starving child and ask me for money? I didn't pay for this beer. I don't have money for cigarettes half the time. Now I gotta feel guilty because Miguel's parents were stupid enough to give birth to him in the third world? Fuck Miguel. I hope Miguel dies. I really do. I hope he's sitting there starving to death right now while I enjoy this beer. He'll never make it to 21. Fuck him. So he won't, sorry. I'm also probably one of the biggest anti-marriage advocates ever existed. Is anybody in here married and happy simultaneously? You, Monica? You're the exception to the rule, but I still hate you. I don't hate you, I just hate that you're married. I don't think it's fair. What is marriage? It's nothing but a financial contract if shit doesn't work out. Marriage is not a promise that you'll treat anybody decently. It's not a promise that you'll commit to somebody. It doesn't mean jack shit, because if it did, married people would stay together forever, and